Hello, my name is Jewel DeDuca and welcome to American Consumer Credit Counseling's presentation on home buying. Our home buying workshop is a 9-lesson series focused on the essentials of owning your own home. Today we'll be discussing Lesson 2, How Your Credit History Affects You. Let's get started. As we discussed in Lesson 1, you'll be highly examined by a lender prior to being approved for a loan. Among the items a lender is most concerned with are, number 1, your income. They want to know how much money you make. Number 2, your debt, how much money you owe and the amount of your monthly payments. And number 3, your payment history. Your payment history is vital because it will show a lender a pattern of how you pay back the money that you owe. If you have any occurrences of late or missed payments, you should be prepared to explain to the lender what caused them and prove that you've taken measures to prevent this from occurring again. The most important tool used by a lender to determine your payment history is your credit report. A credit report is a record of your credit payment history. Its primary purpose is to help the lender determine if they're willing to extend credit to you and at what interest rate. There are 3 national credit reporting agencies. Number 1, TransUnion, number 2, Equifax, and number 3, Experian. These organizations compile information sent to them from your credit lenders and generate a detailed list of your credit payment history. Each organization may or may not report all of your credit information, and as a result, oftentimes a lender will pull a credit report from 1, 2, or all 3 reporting agencies in order to get a complete picture of your credit history. When a lender pulls your credit report, there's a variety of detailed information they can review. Among the 4 types of information on a credit report are, number 1, your identifying information. This includes your name, your current and previous addresses, your Social Security number, date of birth, current and previous employers, and your spouse's name, as well as other personal data. Lenders will also be able to review your credit information. In this section, a lender will be able to see all of the credit accounts that you have and that have been reported to the credit reporting agency, your payment history for each account, and your current balances. It's important to note that positive information will remain on your credit report for an indefinite time period, and negative information will be removed after 7 years. Furthermore, if you've declared a bankruptcy, it will remain on your credit report for 10 years. A credit report will also display your public record information. This section will list all information that's a matter of public record within a courthouse. It can include bankruptcies, tax liens, monetary judgments, or overdue child support. The last major classification of information on a credit report includes inquiries. An inquiry will be listed anytime someone accesses your credit report for review, covering the most current 2-year period. If you've applied for credit, odds are that your credit report has been looked at. Individuals or organizations that will commonly review your credit report include lenders, employers, landlords, and insurance companies. With all of this detailed information available, many consumers often ask, who has access to my credit report? The answer to this question is simple. If you fill out a credit application, you're permitting that representative organization to investigate your credit history. In doing so, this company or individual is allowed to access your credit report. The only other instance in which an outside party can review your credit report is if they are a landlord, an employer, or through a court order. TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax maintain strict guidelines to ensure that your credit report has not and will not be compromised. It's also important to note that many items will not be listed on your credit report. These items include your race, religion, medical history, lifestyle, political views, criminal record, and savings, checking, and investment accounts. As you can see, your credit report is a vital tool in being approved for a home loan. With this in mind, it's important for you to review your credit report on a regular basis. You can do so by contacting one of the 3 credit reporting agencies and by supplying them with your full name, your current and previous address, your date of birth, and your Social Security number. As mentioned, the 3 credit reporting agencies are TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. It's suggested that you contact all 3 of the credit reporting agencies in order to get a complete picture of your credit history. You can obtain a copy of your credit report anytime you want to see it, and you may also be able to obtain it free of charge depending upon your state guidelines or if you've been turned down for credit within the past 60 days.